This month sadly marks 3 years since Nathaniel Silvas lost his life at the hands of a drunk driver. Here with me today is his mom, Tara, to talk about what happened. Thank you, Tara. Can you please go into a little bit about the accident?
Hi, yes, I want to thank you all for having me here today to be able to share the consequences and seriousness of underage drinking and driving, and illegal drugs. Nathaniel Silvas, known to many as Nate, was killed on October 1st, 2017. This month, like you said, does mark 3 years since the tragic accident. Nathaniel was taking his girlfriend Brianna home one night, and a drunk impaired driver crossed the median and hit them head on. Brianna, his passenger, had to go be flown out to Dallas and undergo major surgeries. She, by the grace of God, has made a full recovery. However, Nathaniel did suffer severe brain trauma and internal injuries, which led to his death. The impaired drunk driver that hit them, he also too lost his life that night. So there were so many families' lives shattered forever. 3 years has felt like an eternity, but in the same sense, it feels like it just happened yesterday. So my goal and the goal of our organization, Nate, Needed Advice Talk Experiences, is to share with the students, the community, about the seriousness of drinking and driving. Like I said, the driver was also under the influence of illegal drugs. So I just want to share our experience and our story in hopes to saving somebody else's life.
Yes. Thank you so much for doing that, Tara. Can you tell us a little bit more about Nate, who he was?
So Nate was a junior in high school. He had always excelled in his studies. He had attended pre-AP classes from a very young age. He was just an all-around wonderful, great, intelligent, fun-filled, spirited child. He never met a stranger. Always put a smile on everyone's face. Had some of the funniest and corniest jokes. And, you know, as my only child, losing him to such a preventable tragedy has just made this journey even more difficult. I just really cannot express to you enough about the dangers and the consequences of what your actions cause. So there's always an alternative. There's absolutely zero excuses for getting behind the wheel impaired. Intoxicated in any impaired state of mind. Call your parent. Your consequences are going to be way less by reaching out to your mom or your dad or a friend or a parent of another child and saying, look, you know, I made a mistake tonight, but I need your help. I need you to come get me. Your consequences will be far, far less than if you lose your life or kill somebody else and shatter so many lives.
You mentioned that you created Nate, an organization to honor your son and also to share information with the community about substance use prevention and not driving under the influence. Can you talk a little bit more about the organization and what you've done for the community?
So I decided to try to turn my tragedy into something that could make a difference in other people's lives. We've had several other families join with us and share their experiences. Janie Villanueva, her son, Miguel Saenz, was 19. Him and Nate were very good friends from since grade school. And 6 months before Nate's accident, Miguel was tragically also killed by a drunk driver. So Janie and I go out to the communities and we try to talk to other families that are able to share their experiences, again, in hopes of saving someone else's life. We do offer scholarships and other resources. We encourage all of you, to apply for those. That's what the organization is all about, is helping the youth be able to further educate yourselves. You all have a bright future, and we hope that you make the wise choices and decisions in life so that you can live up to that potential. You can visit our website, learnaboutNATE.org. It goes into great detail about the organization. Also, we try to assist families in getting a memorial sign in honor of their loved one. Those are placed on highways and in communities for people that have been killed by a drunk driver. So we encourage you to reach out to us and just, once again, be wise, make wise choices. As a community, that's what we need to do. We all have to step up together to make a difference in this world.
And this picture behind me is actually the vehicle that he was driving, and it's going to be here on campus on Wednesday. It's going to be here so that the students can see what actually happened. And so you also mentioned that sometimes you go out in the community and you share this this vehicle in other places so that other people can understand.
Yes, and seeing that in person, it has had an impact on the community and on several people that I know personally. One of the biggest joys for myself personally, we were at the Ector County Fair last year, and we had a lady who came up to us and she said, "I'm not going to lie, at least 3 or 4 days a week, I go out and I drink and I drive home." She said, "I tell myself I'm okay and it won't happen to me." She's like, "But seeing this, you know," so us sharing that personal experience, seeing that video, seeing that vehicle up front and personal, and we also have a poster that we'll display inside of the trailer that has pictures and the story of Miguel Saenz, who was killed by a drunk driver, and looking at his vehicle as well is very impactful. And so we just ask that you all take a good look at it and you realize what your consequences could be if you make bad choices.
Again, thank you so much, Tara, for being here. We are so sorry for your loss, and we really appreciate everything that you are doing for the community. And I know that our students are really going to get something out of this message that you have to give. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and thank you all. I want to leave you with this, a little bit of statistics. There are 10,500 deaths, fatalities every year by drunk drivers. That's a huge number. And the change begins with you as the youth. You kids are the face of our future. And we hope that your parents and peers are making a good example for you. But we just ask that you be the person who stands up and puts your foot down. You be the one that has the courage to say, "I'm not going to be a part of this cycle. I'm going to be a part of the solution." And so I really thank you guys personally and on behalf of the organization. I really hope that you've all taken something special out of this and will remember this for the rest of your lives and carry that into the future that you all have ahead of you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you all.